Hello students, welcome to today's session. In today's session we are going to discuss rest of the set of Unix commands. So first we are going to discuss what is standard input output and redirection. What is standard input output and redirection is standard, that is say it stands for when you consider any kind of say standard input. So keyboard is considered as the standard input device from which we are going to read the input. So these input usually it will be in the form of say commands. The commands given by the user will be considered as the standard input, which is usually read from your keyboard. Next, which is called as standard input. Now, standard output, which is like it just say, and we'll consider something called as standard output, which is your screen. So the output screen, like your display or monitor, which is we are going to consider it as standard output. Okay, so input is nothing but your keyboard device, and screen acts as uh, a standard output device. Now coming for standard output device, we're going to have, as I told you, we're going to consider it as that is a display device. So whenever you give any commands, that commands execution, after execution of the command, the program is going to send that output to the display device by using this function called as redirection. So this symbol will represent redirection. If you remember, we'll be using a symbol, we have used a command called as cat command, which is usually used to display. Now when I write cat followed by the file name, if I write cat followed by this file name, and I'm using a symbol here which is redirection symbol. When I use this symbol, the same command can also be used to write some data onto this file. So whatever information that you're going to give on the display device, you are going to redirect to this file called as file1. So this example we have seen in the other set of commands. When you consider standard input, so standard input is nothing but we are going to execute any commands. So those commands will be accepted from the keyboard. The keyboard is going to provide the commands by using which we are going to execute the commands. Now there we are going to use the symbol something like this, which is used for reading input. So this redirection operator, which will be used to read the input from the default device, which is our keyboard. Now those are our standard input, output, and redirection symbols. We'll be using these redirection symbols, which is this is for output, and this symbol will be used for input. And standard redirection input devices are keyboard, and standard output device is our display device. Now apart from this, we'll coming for other type of redirection symbols. We'll use something called as pipes. What is a pipe? It is used to connect multiple commands. Whenever you want to connect multiple commands, more than one command has to be executed. If you want to connect those commands, we'll be using pipe symbol. For example, if you want to create a file, and or if you want to display a file, and after displaying you need to sort that file, you can see cat command is used to display, and say for example meeting is the file name, and if I want to sort that element or the data that is present in the file, I want to sort it, I want to sort in an ascending order, descending order, then I'll be using this command called as sort. Now this cat command is combined with one more command called as sort command by using this symbol, which is the pipe symbol. By using pipe symbol, we are going to connect two or more commands together so that we can get better result and we can execute commands faster. So Unix utility function are combined together using pipes. So as I told you, we have different types of commands which can be combined together with the help of this Unix or pipeline symbol. So we'll just go to Cygwin. So it is cyg. So I'll open the terminal. In the terminal, Sigma terminal, suppose I'll create a file called as cat. I'm going to write the file name as say some program1 or program1. I'm going to write some lines like A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, E, F, G, H or something. Other data I'm going to give some input like that. I'll use Control D. So this will be created. So I've created a file called as file1. You can see the data what I have given, it is not in an ascending order. Okay, it is a random keys that I've given. Now I want to sort this in some order. So I'll be using cat program1. So when I display, you can see the same content as it is. Now I want to combine this with other program. That program is like sort. I'll give enter. Now the data will be sent from program1. So it is display that will be pipelined to a program called as sort. Now after that, we are going to get the result like this. You can see it is in ascending order according to the alphabetical order. You can see if you observe this. This is our original file. This is our program or result or output after execution. Okay. Now if you want to save this content onto other files, so I can write something like this. I can write a redirect to program2. And if I try to execute this, so now the whatever result I got, it will be stored into program2. Now if I display program2, you can see the alphabetically sorted data is stored into this file called as program2. So this symbol what we are using here, this is a redirection operator which is used to write data onto some other file. So which is output redirection that we have discussed. Okay. Now, so that is what about this function called as pipeline. Pipeline is whenever you want to combine more than one file together, we'll be using pipeline symbol. Next coming for filter. Filter, so it is used to group some set of commands which accepts input and perform manipulation. So whenever you want to apply some set of manipulations to existing file, existing data, if you want to make some changes, in that case we'll be using this thing called as filter. So we are going to study only few filters in this session. One is called as head filter, other one is called as tail filter. Head filter is used to display the content, the topmost content of the file, and tail filter is used to display the bottom content of the file. Now how that is done is, I can use the file called as tag called as head. If I want to display only first two lines, I'll use -2 followed by the program name which is or the file name which is profile program2. So after that, when I execute this, I should get only the first two lines of program2. So you can see I got only first two lines of program2. Now if you want to count the number of characters here, I can use colon and WC, which is used for word count. So I need to count number of characters. Then I'll be using C and I'll press enter. Now it is going to display the number of characters we have as 10. So in the first line and second line totally we have how many characters? 10 characters. So head tag is used to access the topmost content of the file. So I'm accessing only two lines from the program2, and I'm going to pipeline it to one more function called as word count. So I'm going to count number of characters. The number of characters what we have is 10. Okay. Now similarly we can also use one more function as I told you, which is tail. If I use -3 and I'm going to use or -3. So I'm going to give this program2, and if I execute, it is going to display last three lines. This last three lines of this program2 file. So last three lines of program2 file has been displayed here. So that is our next function or next command, which is tail command. Okay. Similarly, we have sort. Sort, as I told you, when you want to sort the content, we'll be using sort command. So this command will also have some specific options. Like when you want to sort in lowercase, I'll be using -s, I mean F. hyphen n when you want to use numerical data, hyphen r when you want to store it, sort in either descending order or reverse alphabetical order. In that case, I'll be using hyphen r. So when you want to redirect the output to another file, I'll be using hyphen o. I'll be using hyphen b when you want to ignore blank space. And I'll be using hyphen t when you specify some delimiter. For example, in case of when you use time or any those kind of content when you are specifying, we'll be using colon or something for specifying the difference between hour, minute and second. Those things can be done with the help of this symbol called as hyphen t. So these are some of the commands from your Unix chapter. So we have one more in next session. I'm going to complete the first chapter from your Unix. So please go through all the commands I have given with examples. Through the Sigwin software, I have executed all the examples. You can just go through the uh, videos so that you can understand things better. So I'll stop the session here. In the next session, I'm going to continue with the rest of the commands. Thank you.